Hello, and today we're going to teach you how to ship up your Shopify e-commerce store in less than 10 minutes. The first step is to go to shopify.com and fill in your email address. After that, you'll be brought up to create an account, which you just need to quickly fill in your details and then click the create account button to go on to the next step. After that, you'll have another option where you have to fill in slightly more details. Again, just fill in all these boxes very quickly. We've blurred out our personal information just for privacy reasons. After you've gone to the Get Started page, the first step will be to verify your email address. So just go to the email that you filled in previously and click the email from Shopify to verify your link. Now that that's done, you want to go to the Store tab. The first step would be to go to Add a Store. After this, once again, you need to fill in all your login information previously and give the store a name. Within a couple of seconds, Shopify should then create your store for you. Now that your store is created, you then need to start adding products. Simply click the Add Product button. Once clicked, it will take you to this menu. Therefore, you need to fill in the title or name of your product, a short description, and drag an image in. Below this, you can then fill in the pricing for the product of what your sale price is and what the actual cost to you is. And there's also an option to check whether you charge tax on this product or not. After that, you can fill in your quantity and whether this item is a physical product or not, as well as any weight for shipping purposes. Finally, if there's any customs related things for your product, you can select the country of origin if you're importing the product. After that's done, you can click Save to finish creating your product. There's also a few extra options for your product for searchability, so you can type in a product type if you've got multiple different types of products and you want to be able to find them all very quickly. So in this case, as we've put in a can of Coke, we'll call it as a soft drink. You can select the vendor if it's from a different person, not yourself, as well as adding it to a certain collection. So for example, you might have a summer collection if you're a fashion store, therefore you'd put all of your recent summer items into one collection. Finally is the tags option, just again for searchability. So if someone in your store types in drink, in this case, because they want to find this can of Coke, I'm going to start putting in appropriate tags such as soft drink, drink, and can. Once we finish creating our products, the next step is to create a collection, because as previously stated, if you do have a certain group of products that would need to be together, like most stores will, then you'll want to create a collection to keep them all together and keep it nice and tidy in your store. The first step is to name your collection as well as write a small description, which is entirely optional. If needed, you can add an image for your collection so that when it's on your store, people can easily see what's in the collection at a glance. And well as choosing your collection type. You've got manual and automated. We prefer to use manual just to actually put in the products that we need. You can also set up conditions for the automated, but as I said, we prefer to stick with manual for now, just as a test. Now that's done, we're actually going to start adding products in. So as you see, we can search for a product, and if we type in C, we can find our can of Coke, and we can add that into our collection. If you've got any more products to add, then you can add them in here. And click Save once you're done with your collection. You can go back to edit it any time, so don't worry if you need to add in products later. The next step is store creation, and thankfully, because of Shopify's ease of use, they have preset themes that you can select for free without having to need to know how to design something. Just to start, we're going to explore the free themes and choose the simple option, just to keep it nice and basic for a test. Once Shopify has imported your theme, you then want to click Customize to actually go in and view the theme. And as you can see, is this theme, it's got a featured collection already set, so it's pulled in my default collection of that can of Coke. So when someone goes on the homepage of my webpage, they'll see this product. So if I want to showcase a different product, I could have that on there. So the first thing I want to do is go into the settings on the left and adjust our logo. So here I've already got our logo ready. I'm just going to import that there, just by dragging in the image. Then you have announcement text where, say, for example, if it was a winter sale or a summer sale, you could say, or this weekend, you could say double points this weekend, or you're offering free shipping this weekend, for example. And you can change this whenever you want. The next thing we're going to do is customize our rich text at the bottom of the page where you see it says talk about your brand. So for example, if you had like a company motto or some kind of ethos that you wanted to share with your customers, or anything you want to tell people that have landed on your page for the first time, you can write it in here. You might get a pop-up if you've said that you're from the UK, that you're missing some information. So for example, as we are from the UK, we have to fill in our VAT number. So just click the link on the homepage and then scroll down to the bottom where it says VAT number. You can add in a credit card at the top of the page if you have anything to buy from Shopify. For example, if you have a paid plan, but right now we're just using a free trial, so we don't need to do that. Going back to products, if you're a large store with multiple types of products, you may not have time to just go in and add them in individually. Don't worry, you just click the import button, and if you have all your products in the CSV or you get it from your supplier, you can just import it here for ease of use. The next thing to do is go into the settings tab on the far left hand side at the bottom of the page. First thing you can do then is add a payment provider, as I'm sure you want to get paid when someone buys your products. So here there's multiple different options, there's hundreds and hundreds of ways, so whatever you use in your store I'm sure you'll be able to find in this list. We're not going to cover them all, but just pick whichever one you use. For example, there's PayPal, Amazon Pay, any sort of third party providers or whatever it is that you use for your store. Just pick the one that best suits you. Again, in the settings tab is the checkout, so you can then customize the checkout to your liking. So you can say that customers either need an account, it's optional, or they don't need an account to finish. So for example, if you want people to be able to shop as guests, you can then change what kind of information they have to fill in, first name, last name, address, anything like that. Just customize it to whatever you feel is necessary for your store. Finally is shipping. So if you do international shipping or domestic shipping, depending on how you've advertised your products, you can then either give specific shipping rates for certain products, or you can just set a blanket domestic rate for anyone for in a certain country like the UK for us, and then a rate for the rest of the world. And you can customize it here. Finally, we're just going to give you a little preview of what a Shopify store might look like if you spent a little bit more time on it. So here we've just spent about 20 minutes just customizing it. We've added all our products, given them names. We're just going to quickly add one to cart, or we can click the Buy It Now button, which will instantly take us to checkout, where we'd fill in all of our details here, and then we'd continue to shipping. Thankfully, because of Shopify's ease of use, the checkout is already made. You don't have to make this. It's already pre-made for you. Your Shopify store is now finished. All you need to do now is take it out of test mode. So you'll see a big orange warning at the top of the page saying your online store is currently password protected. This is to prevent people from getting on it early. So if you click the box that says disable password, or you can click the preferences tab under online store at the bottom of the page. There you can turn off the enable password box, and you also see a box for the password, which means you can change it to whatever you want. Once you've unticked enable password and click save, it will refresh the page and the warning will go green saying that your online store is now live. So all you have to do is get the URL and share it with your customers. The way to find out what your URL is go back to the home page. Now if you do have a custom domain, you can add it here, but we're just going to leave on the default one for now, as Shopify thankfully gives you a free one. So click add domain, and then you'll see what your domain name is. So for us, it's just the name of our store, premierepostest.myshopify.com. So yours would be whatever your store name is, .myshopify.com. And as I've said, you can click buy a new domain or connect an existing domain if you have one from another site. And once we put that URL in another tab, we can see our site here, perfectly working, and everything is active. Thank you for watching our tutorial.